Hey bro, can I ask a question? Ah, okay, what's that? What is typhoon? That's it. Come watch this video. Ah, okay, let's see.
So, what is typhoon? Typhoon is a calamity with a low pressure area, and it is characterized by strong winds, heavy rainfalls, and lightning. Typhoon has a 5 level. Signal number 1. What is a signal number 1? Signal number 1 is a typhoon max wind with 63 kilometers per hour for tropical depression.
A typhoon signal number 2 is a warning signal issued by the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration Pag-asa to indicate that a tropical cyclone with maximum sustained winds of 61 to 120 km per hour is expected to affect a certain area within 24 hours. Under this signal, winds cause damage to high-risk structures, and there is a possibility of flooding in low-lying areas. Travel by small sea craft and fishing boats is risky, and there may be disruptions in power and communication service. The public is advised to stay indoors, avoid unnecessary travel, and stay tuned to official weather update.
What is signal number 3 in a typhoon? Signal number 3 is the weather disturbance is expected in 18 hours. Once in public storm warning signal number 3 is raised. It can cause wind of greater than 121 kilometers per hour up to 170 kilometers per hour. May be expected at least 18 hours.
Typhoon signal number 4 is a signal used in the Philippines to indicate that a typhoon with maximum sustained winds of 171 to 220 km per hour is expected within the next 12 hours. When signal number 4 is raised, it means that very strong winds, heavy to intense rainfall, and storm surges are expected in the affected areas. People are advised to take all necessary precautions, such as securing their home and evacuation to safer place if necessary. It is important to closely monitor weather updates from the Philippines Atmospheric, Geophysically, and Astronomical Services Administration Pag-asa, and follow the guidance of local authorities during typhoon events.
Signal number 5. Signal number 5 was introduced accordingly for super typhoon with the same 12-hour lead time, and it has 185 km per hour or higher.
A hurricane or typhoon is a type of tropical cyclone or a severe tropical storm. The form is in almost all ocean basins. A typical cyclone is accompanied by thunderstorm, and in the northern hemisphere, a counterclockwise circulation of the winds near the Earth's surface. And this is the things we need to do before the typhoon. First, we need to build an emergency kit and make a family emergency plan. Second, learn the elevation level of your property and whether the land is flood prone, which will help you to know how your property will be affected when storm surge or tidal flooding are forecasted. And third, learn community hurricane evacuation route and how to learn and how to find higher ground. And fourth, determine where you would go and how would you get there if you need to evacuate. And lastly, make plans to secure your property.
During a typhoon, strong winds, heavy rains, and storm surges can cause widespread damage and disruption to infrastructure and communities. Depending on the severity of the typhoon, the effects can range from minor inconvenience to catastrophic destruction. Some possible effects of a typhoon include strong winds. Typhoon can bring very strong winds that can uproot trees, damage buildings, and cause power outage. Flying debris can also be dangerous and cause injury. Heavy rain. Typhoons can bring heavy rainfall leading to flooding and landslide. Flash floods can occur on low-lying areas, while landslides can occur in hilly or mountainous regions. Storm surge. Typhoon can also cause storm surge, which as which are rapid rises in sea level that can inundate coastal areas. This can cause significant damage to buildings and infrastructure as well as long of life. Disruption to transportation and infrastructure. Typhoons can cause roads closure, flight cancellations, and disruptions to public transportation. This can make it difficult for people to evacuate or for emergency services to respond. Health risks. During and after a typhoon, there can be risks to public health such as contamination, the spread of water, borne diseases, and the risk of injury of infection from debris. It is important to follow safety guidelines and evacuate order from local authorities during a typhoon. This can help minimize the risk of harm to yourself and others around you.
This is the things we need to do after a typhoon. First, we need to monitor reports and don't ignore rainfall warning alerts received through text. Second, make your own lifetime kit consisting of essential items like food, money, documents, uh, toiletries, and that should be last for 2 or 3 days. And third, ensure you have enough food and water because this is very important. Fourth, keep the following items handy in the case of power outage, like battery-operated radio, flashlights, spare batteries, rechargeable lamps, and candles. And fifth, check your home for anything that needs to be fixed or secured, such as a leaky roof and trees that need to be trimmed. And lastly, evacuate immediately and calmly. If there's an order from a local government unit, or if you live near a body of water or mountain sites. To avoid flash floods and landslides, close all your windows and switch off your main power supply.